The reason People IT is passionate about Ready for School and their mission is we see ourselves as a people first organization. We have it in our name and we really try to live up to that. But while we're a technology company, we believe that the potential is in people. And what we try to do is to try and empower people through technology to fulfill their ambition, their goals and objectives, and let technology be a driver to empower people. And Ready for School is trying to empower young people to give them access to the same opportunities as everybody in their community, to give everybody an equal starting point in life. And for People IT, it was really important that we found an organization to partner with that was really truly investing in people and investing in people right from the beginning when there's the most potential to change their trajectory. One of the lines that I learned as a youth worker many years ago was, it's better to build a kid right than repair a broken adult. And for us, we're trying to build kids right. We're trying to give them the right start. And the right start in life means that we help them with reading, really, and learning as much as they can so that when they get to school, they're ready to thrive on an equal playing field.
We are so glad you are here. Who are we? We are Ready for School, and I'm Donna Lowry, President and champion of small children and their big potential. So here we are at the Holland Civic Center in the center of community, in the middle of a pandemic. Many of us were here together in this place 1 year ago, and the energy in the room was invigorating. In a year like no other, that energy has carried us through so that this morning my welcome, Ready for School's welcome, is also a thank you. Thank you for your loyal commitment to our community's youngest members and their families. I'd like to introduce you to Lindsay Gorsline, attorney with Cunningham Dahlman and Ready for School's board president.
2020, what a strange year. Community has never played such an important role to all of us. The West Michigan community is why my husband and I moved back to Zeeland in West Michigan from the Chicago area. As a mother with 2 young daughters, the support and opportunities that we have in West Michigan cannot be found anywhere else. 2020 has changed everything. Here at Ready for School, we're focused on being leaders for the reset. Now that you've met me, I think it's unfair that I haven't met you. Please reach out to me by email or give me a call so that we can talk more about what Ready for School is doing for our community.
This time isn't easy for anyone, yet you are digging deeper to support people, potential, and a place you believe in. Corporate, small business owners, educators, healthcare providers, we see you. It hasn't been a typical year, but it certainly has not been quiet. This summer was Ready for School's busiest yet, and has led us to reimagine how we do our work to increase access to high-quality, year-round early learning to more people in continually meaningful ways.
Heartbeats only happen one at a time, one at a time. You can't rush don't even try, don't even try. There's a symphony you're missing. If you only listen, you'll find big magic in the mundane, the big picture in a small frame. Everything is sacred when you take time to notice. Big love happens in the small moments. Big love happens in the small moments. There's no use in chasing nickels and dimes, nickels and dimes. Riches all around you. Open your eyes, open your eyes. You can't buy the peace you're after, so don't even try. 'Cause you'll find big magic in the mundane, the big picture in a small frame. Everything is sacred when you take time to notice. Big love happens in the small moments. Big love happens in the small moments. Feel the weight on your skin. Feel the heat in your hand. No, you can't do it all, so just do what you can. Feel the weight on your skin. Feel the heat in your hand. No, you can't do it all, so just do what you can. Feel the sun on your face. Bare feet on the ground. I know you'll see beautiful things if you look around, yeah. Just look around and you'll find big magic in the mundane, the big picture in a small frame. Everything is sacred when you take time to notice the big magic in the mundane, the big picture in a small frame. Everything is sacred when you take time to notice. Big love happens in the small moments. Big love happens in the small moments.
The video you just watched was produced to highlight resilience and start conversations about what early childhood looks like in our community. It looks like this: teamwork, soft skills, dexterity, hand-eye coordination. Mom and son showing us that learning happens all the time, everywhere. More importantly, they are showing transformation from a sidewalk and a piece of chalk into high-quality early learning. This is access and equity building at its best. In the last decade, we've learned there isn't one intervention or single solution to this complex social issue. But we do know what progress looks like: creation of quality year-round early learning, quality professional development for early childhood educators, and providing pediatric medical providers with a tool for increasing literacy and immunization compliance. These are all examples of what is making the difference and making a positive change in our community. Picture for a moment what our world looks like from the view of 3 feet high and fresh eyes. This is the vantage point that Ready for School is bringing to our work. We are listening, we are curious, and are addressing challenges with the will, determination, and creativity of young children.
11 years ago, when Ready for School started, this community was going through a very difficult time as we are today. In 2009, we were in the middle of the Great Recession, and unemployment in Michigan was the highest in the entire country. We were over 16% unemployment, over double what we have today. While our community struggled to deal with jobs, we got the first community-wide kindergarten readiness data and got another gut punch. 43% of incoming children were ready to be successful at school. 57% were entering kindergarten and not ready. It was the first time that many of us heard the phrase, "Start ready, stay ready." Starting behind is not an easy position for children to make up ground. The reaction from this community was swift. Our children deserved better. The long-term human and economic impact for the next generation required action, and this community responded. So how did we actually do it? There were many words and phrases that we've talked about over the years: multi-sector engagement, a common data set, partnering, to have groups come together from education, government, healthcare, faith community, philanthropy, and business, all in one place talking about the same issue, was a big deal. And we didn't come to put blame to anyone or to any area. This wasn't an education problem. This was a community problem, and it was a very big one. Business leaders were looking at this community as a long-term home for their companies. They saw that investing in kidfrastructure was as important as investing in infrastructure. One community CEO said it best: "The best investment I can make in this community is helping kids be successful by being ready for school." What lies ahead? Our role to prepare children by equipping parents and families and the support of this community is our roadmap. That we don't see changing. What will it look like in environments like COVID? It's different. We aren't able to get into the 6-foot space with children. We have to use different tactics with them and their parents, and it's working. Our passion continues to be seeing big potential in all small kids, and that's not going to change.
So I grew up in Grand Rapids, and the first time I saw Lake Michigan, I was 18 years old. Lived in Grand Rapids my whole life. That was the first time I ever seen Lake Michigan, and it completely blew my mind. When I look at Lake Michigan today, what I see is faces. I see my children playing. We live close to the lakeshore now, and we try to get out there as many times as possible because it is such an amazing natural resource. We love Lake Michigan. So 2020, what a year. When I think of 2020, I think that it is a year that is one part, wait, what? And then one part, wow. Like, how could we possibly fit any much more into this year? It feels like it has simultaneously been a year that has flown by and also a year that seems to just drag on. Thinking about back in March when all of this started and everything that has happened since then, I think that there's just no way that everything we have experienced as a community, as a country, has been shoved into such a short period of time. Unprecedented. How many times have we heard that this year? What does that even really mean? Unheard of? Never done before? Surprising? For me, it means a whole new ball game, and one specifically for which there is no playbook. How do you get ready for a road trip with no map? How do you even solve a problem that you didn't see? Ready for School's data brought the challenges into clear focus, and that data was a shocking surprise to many. But then what do? It's like the old saying, How do you eat an elephant? Well, one bite at a time, of course. One of the things that I love most about Ready for School is that Ready for School has always been an organization that has never shied away from the data. I think it's easy to say we have a problem, but I think it is also so much more impactful to highlight that problem and then support it with data to really pull people into action to allocate resources to address the problem. Resiliency. Our kids are so resilient, aren't they? This last 9 months has shown again and again that our children have proven to be some of the most resilient people on the planet. I mean, they truly are tiny superheroes. Superheroes that are impervious to so much of what weighs us down as adults. School buildings close? No problem. Give me my iPad and some Goldfish crackers. Gotta wear a mask? Cool. Can I color on it and wear it on my head sometimes? Largely, it doesn't matter. Kids just want to have fun. Ready for School has done a great job of combining fun and educational readiness into one package that kids seem to really enjoy. I have found so much strength this last 9 months watching my kids smile in the faces of life's challenges. The resiliency of a child is truly remarkable. I see one of the biggest jobs as me as a dad is to just not mess that up. If the superpower that kids have is this unshakable resiliency, isn't it our job as a community to alleviate as much of the potential kryptonite as possible? Our job is to do whatever it takes to create the best possible environments so that our children can uniquely flourish beyond the highest imaginations. Our kids have gone through so much and taken so much more in stride. They have learned and pivoted and bounced back from challenges and frustrations that we didn't even know were possible. Normal. What is normal? When do we get back to normal? I feel like in many respects, normal isn't something we need to get back to. Identifying problems and then bringing people and the resources together to produce solutions, in my mind, is normal. It is what we do in West Michigan. In this community, for Ready for School, that is normal. Identifying a problem, trusting the data, bringing people together to solve the problem is our normal. Together, supporting each other even from a distance, understanding more and more about how interconnected we all are, the reverberations of the choices we make and don't make on literally everyone around us. Us being together is so crucial during this very difficult time.